Hey, how's it going, guys? ZedEye here. So today I wanted to talk about regarding of the PlayStation exclusive games that are coming on a PC. So of course a lot of people, especially the PlayStation fanatics, and I'm a fan of PlayStation myself, I really don't have any issues with this sort of situation if the games that are especially exclusive towards the PlayStation are going to be coming down the line towards the PC. It's not exactly the same situation as if like a PlayStation exclusive game will be coming to an Xbox. Of course, there are ways around it that you can actually literally be playing it on Xbox. Now, again, that's a whole other conversation. But I want to touch on this regarding why people, and at least some of them, seem like upset about this situation. Again, for me, I don't really damn care. Like, I don't care. Still, of course, we already have seen Horizon Zero Dawn, right? This came out on a PlayStation 4 first, and then after a few years it came out on a PC. Then the next turn was Days Gone. Then it was actually released on a PC. First, obviously, was PlayStation 4. Like these games, we have to understand, like such as the Days Gone, also received a patch for the next gen patch, like with the availability to play the game 60 FPS. Horizon Zero Dawn never actually got that sort of treatment, so that's a little bit weird. Why? Why not? Yeah, it's also possible that Horizon Zero Dawn may be bundled in with the Forbidden West, as a 60 FPS. It may even get a treatment of a remaster, but we don't know. Of course, this is my speculation. So now we already know that it's pretty much confirmed, since it was the Master's Call of Sony, and they have pretty much showcased that Uncharted 4 will be coming on the PC as well. Now, we don't have an initial release date of it, of course, but if it does come, and of course it will come, again, I don't really damn care. I already played this game back in 2016. I had a plenty of great time with it. I got a Platinum Trophy. I would love to see next gen update towards this game with the received 60 FPS patch, like a similar treatment that Days Gone received, and perhaps, like I said, Horizon Zero Dawn as well. Hopefully it will get the 60 FPS patch. Uncharted 4, maybe the best way for a lot of people that do not have a PlayStation actually finally be able to experience it but this time on a PC. And you know what? More power to them. I think it's actually a fantastic move. I think it's actually good for more replayability value, that a lot of people may finally get and experience some of the best exclusive games that are on the PlayStation. So it means the incentivization that Sony will be receiving more money, right? The funds and stuff like that. And yet another thing, it means that there's going to be more community coming towards the PlayStation ecosystem. So because they have tasted something that has a, like Sony's, brand name, right? I think greatness, right? So of course they're going to finally be able to experience greatness coming first on a PlayStation. And now we are hearing the things, it's not hearing, again, there's just a new packaging going on, a new case, all right, for Ghost of Tsushima. And they're removing only on a PlayStation logo, or a title I should say, right? And so this only means that Ghost of Tsushima is going to be after Uncharted 4 to be receiving a game on a PC. Now Ghost of Tsushima is a different story. It already received a next gen update patch, just like it did for the Days Gone 60 FPS for the PlayStation 5. And the game is phenomenal. I highly encourage everybody to try it out. And you know what? More power, like I said. More games that have been already released. I actually think it's a great idea. First, again, funds, money, makes sense. Community, more people get to experience it, and perhaps they maybe even traverse over and maybe even get a console, PlayStation 5 if they want to, PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro, and they're finally able to play these phenomenal games. Now, of course, if we're going to be talking about as a future coming games, right? Days Gone 2, I was about to say, but unfortunately that's, it's been confirmed pretty much that's not going to be happening. Instead, it's going to be brand new IP. I still am going to be very much looking forward to this brand new IP. It will take a couple more years, of course. But the definitive game, such as the Horizon Forbidden West, this game may actually come to PC as well over some few years, maybe a year later. We don't know, obviously. God of War, right? God of War 2018. What happened to that game? Like, is it going to be coming on a PC as well or not? It is very possible. It's been a ginormous success, and Sony may actually want to keep that game. They may want to, if you want to experience God of War, and God of War considers to be the best exclusive game that PlayStation 4 generation has, again, guys, yes, I sure know that a lot of people will say The Last of Us is better because it was like, oh, that was great, it was that whatever. Okay, but Last of Us, you have to understand, came out on PlayStation 3, then received a remaster for the PlayStation 4. So I'm talking about specifically the PlayStation 4's generation of phenomenal games. And the best game that time, that is, of course, we have to consider the reviews, what people generally thought, and how many negative points there are. You know, we cannot just assume everybody who says negative things about the game, they're correct. They're usually wrong too. It's normal. It's people's opinions. Everybody has their own thoughts and what they like and what they don't like. Some people will hate Death Stranding. I fucking love Death Stranding. Oh my god, dude. Oh, how could I forget? Death Stranding. Yes, that game came out on PC. Even though it's not considered to be, you know, Kojima Productions is not under the PlayStation Studios, the wings, right? Still, it already has received the treatment of getting a PC release, and now will be coming as a director's cut towards the PlayStation 5's upgrade. Personally, I cannot wait to see how that will actually evolve. Will it be, you know, just a simple patch to will unlock a 60 FPS? Or will this entail like a brand new, like a remaster version of the game? Again, I kind of know where it may go. I may be wrong as well. To be personally honest with you, I would much rather to see like a remaster, like a true next generation experience, like a full capabilities of usage of the SSD and a haptic feedback and stuff like this, because it actually would do wonders for this game, especially using the haptic feedbacks. It would be phenomenal, and I will definitely replay the game again, and hell, go for another platinum, because, you know, I'm a little bit of a trophy hunter, obviously, if you guys do not know me, and so going after these phenomenal games and those phenomenal trophies on those games that I really appreciate, yes please, and I want more. Okay, back on track regarding Ghost of Tsushima. If it does come onto PC over the time, let's say a couple months or a couple of years later, more power to Sony, more power for people that enjoy these games on a PC. So this means that they're gonna experience this game and they see finally, oh my god, this is a phenomenal game, I have to experience this, but different title, perhaps maybe sequel, because again, people already understand that Sony never releases their games day one, like first on PlayStation and also on the day one on PC, because this is all well, it's obvious it's not going to be exclusive any longer. So if people are going to be arguing, and there are people like this, you know, they're arguing and saying, well, this is not really exclusive anymore, so what does PlayStation have as exclusives? You cannot say this, right? It just does not make sense. Sony, at least that's my opinion, I'm gonna sprinkle in here, guys. I think that Sony was not initially planning to release like Days Gone, well, maybe Days Gone, but like Horizon Zero Dawn on a PC. I really do not believe that they were planning to release this, but after I think they had a relevant success and perhaps not much funds that was required for them to make the game for PC version of this, and perhaps they thought, okay, actually we can get more revenue out of this, so this means we get an opportunity for other people to experience this game. This means they may come to the PlayStation ecosystem. It's a win-win situation for them. They don't have to pay as much, and they'll be getting more money and more revenue afterwards, right? Again, issue with these sort of games that are story-driven or single-player games in general, no matter how big or small they are, they still come to an end, right? They're not like a multiplayer concentrated live services game. Like live as a service game is just like a curse now. It's just a bad word that you never should hear anybody speak about, especially if you're wanting to market your game. This is why Babylon's Fall, I believe that's the name, they even mentioned that it's gonna be live as a service game, but initially it never was that. And then they made this sudden change. A lot of people just got a very bad taste in their mouth, and a lot of people are just gonna ignore the game now. I'm one of them. I'm no longer looking forward to Babylon's Fall, and I was actually at least interested about this game. It looked at least somewhat interesting to me, but now no longer. And so, you know, single player experience games, they still come to an end. But again, what does not come to an end? Even multiplayer games that have longevity, and such as the Destiny 2 as an example, right? We already know that the Witch Queen, I believe that was the next expansion, will be coming in 2022, at the beginning of 2022, because since it was delayed from 2021 at the end. But there's also going to be yet another expansion coming in 2022, but I cannot doubt it will be happening now. I think maybe pushed as well to 2023. Again, we don't know if it was pushed. But still, like, there's still always an end, right? The server can always be locked up and say like maybe, oh, well, you cannot play this any longer because the servers are shut down. This means that you will not be able to play these sorts of games because you need an online connectivity, or this game is especially being to be played as a group-based activities. This is why I personally think single-player games, in my opinion, are far more interesting, preservative, and also entertaining. And because of the story, obviously, right? Don't get me wrong, multiplayer games can have their own great stories too. But the preservation is not really there unless if you keep supporting the game. Destiny 1 as an example, even though the service is still up, the game is abandoned. It's just the reality of it. And that truly is unfortunate. Destiny 1, in my opinion, is a better game than Destiny 2. But again, I cannot deny the fact that Destiny 2 has gotten some phenomenal updates and expansions. Like, I'm gonna be a complete idiot to say that Destiny 2 is a bad game. It truly is not a bad game. But my opinion, because of my memory, I personally think Destiny 1 is my type of game, not Destiny 2. That's it. That's all I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Ghost of Tsushima as a single player game, obviously it does not require any live services style, right? You don't need to support the game for it to be to keep holding it on to, and so anybody can play it, right? It's a disc, you plug it in your PlayStation, you play it anytime, any day, whenever, wherever you want to, right? 10 years, 50 years later, 100 years later, you can still get it on a console, play it whenever you want to, and experience it, or I should say re-experience it all over again. This is a great opportunity for a lot of people to experience these games later. Maybe as well, again, this is far-fetched future I'm talking about in this situation, right? If we're talking about a PC version of these games, a lot of people are going to be able to finally experience these PC games because, mind you, consoles, they always transition to a different console, okay? One of the games, as an example, Grand Theft Auto 4. You cannot experience this game on a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, right? It's only on the PlayStation 3. Yes, I do understand it's on Xbox and PC, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about specifically the console's version of Grand Theft Auto 4. You cannot experience this on Grand Theft Auto 4, you cannot experience it on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So this sucks. Only on PlayStation 3, but for that you need to have the console itself. After a couple of years, it's going to be like goddamn PlayStation 8. And so what? You're still not going to be experiencing one of those old games? And again, there are plenty of other games out there that just simply have gotten abandoned, like PlayStation 1, for PlayStation 2 as well. And so that sucks, you know? Even though persevering games is a phenomenal thing, we have to understand that. But still, I would like to see something that's been done for more games that actually get a little bit more platform, coverage. This is why also, in my opinion, that it's a good idea to have some, at least, PlayStation exclusive games coming to PC. Now, I'm sure you may ask, what about God of War? Like, do you think it will come to PC? Yes. A couple of more years, I would say yes. Hell, God of War may even get a treatment of a remaster again. 2018 one, of course, I'm talking about. Get a remaster and be coming on a PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6, whatever. And then maybe it'll actually finally come on a PC. Again, that's all up to Sony and how they want to do it. But with everything that's coming, Uncharted 4, we already know it's going to be coming. And because of the cases that are being changed, that the logo of exclusive to PlayStation is getting removed, Ghost of Tsushima may be coming next on a PC. And then after this, maybe actually God of War. We don't know. Still, it's going to be very exciting. I cannot wait. Alright, well, that's just my opinion, guys. I think I've talked way too much and a lot of different topics as well in this commentary. Well, anyway, hopefully it was at least somewhat enjoyable treatment and a little bit knowledgeable too. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. And yeah, have a good one.